Most people think the answer lies in adding more achievements, more possessions, more connections. But here's the truth. Life gets better not by adding, but by subtracting. The weight that drags you down is not what you don't have. It's what you refuse to let go of. And if you keep carrying around toxic habits, toxic people, and toxic thoughts, you'll never rise. So in this video, we will go through 11 things you must quietly eliminate from your life. Do this, and you would not just see improvement. You will feel lighter, freer, and finally able to breathe in a way you may not have felt in years. Let's begin. Number 1. Letting go of people. Let's start with the hardest one. People. We all know relationships shape us. You become like the people you spend the most time with. And yet, most people hold on to relationships long past their expiration date. Maybe it's a childhood friend. Maybe it's someone you once loved deeply. Or maybe it's a family member who constantly drains you. And you stay, not because it's good for you, but because you feel guilty for leaving. But here's the truth. You don't owe anyone access to your peace. Just because someone was part of your story yesterday doesn't mean they belong in your story tomorrow. Letting go does not have to be loud. It doesn't need explanations or drama. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is quietly step back and choose yourself. Number 2. Conscious use of social media. Social media is probably one of the trickiest things to manage in our generation. On one hand, it can open doors you never imagined. Knowledge, connections, even opportunities that change your life. On the other hand, if you use it without intention, it can steal years from you without you noticing. Think about how often you've scrolled endlessly, not even realizing an hour has passed, only to feel emptier than when you started. The danger isn't just wasted time, it's comparison. You are sitting there with your own struggles, looking at someone else's highlight reel, and of course you start feeling like you're behind. But here's the key. Social media is not the enemy. Mindless use is. When you open it, know your purpose. Are you there to learn? To connect? Or are you just avoiding your own life? If it's the last one, put it down. Because the best moments don't happen on your feed. They happen in the real world. Number 3. Feeling sorry for yourself. Now let's talk about self-pity, and I will be real with you. This one is brutal because it's easy to slip into. Life can knock you down in ways that feel unfair, and the first instinct is often to ask, why me? But here's the problem with that. Every moment you spend feeling sorry for yourself is a moment you could have spent building yourself. Self-pity feels like comfort, but it's actually poison. It convinces you that you are powerless, when in reality, you are not. The most successful people you admire were not spared from pain. They just refused to let pain turn them into victims. And that's the shift. Instead of saying, why me? Try asking, what now? That's how you take your power back. Number 4. Self-doubt. Self-doubt. We've all felt it. You set a big goal, and almost instantly, that voice in your head whispers, who do you think you are? And the more you listen, the smaller you feel. But here's the thing. Self-doubt does not mean you are broken. It usually just means you're inexperienced. If you've never done something before, of course you'll question if you can. That's natural. The trick is not to blindly convince yourself you are capable. It's to look at the version of yourself who has already achieved the goal. Imagine that future you clearly. What skills does he have? What habits? What level of discipline? Then make it your mission to build those qualities in yourself right now. Suddenly, self-doubt becomes less of an enemy and more of a guide, showing you exactly what you need to grow into. Number 5. Let go of resentment. Resentment is one of those things we carry without even realizing how heavy it is. You think holding a grudge gives you power, like it keeps you safe from being hurt again. But in reality, resentment is a slow poison. It does not protect you. It eats at you. I get it. When someone wrongs you, forgiving them feels impossible. But forgiveness isn't for them. It's for you. It's saying, I refuse to let your actions control my peace any longer. Sometimes you'll use anger as fuel to push forward, and that's fine, but eventually you have to let it go. Otherwise, the very thing that once gave you strength will become the thing that breaks you. Number 6. Remove the noise. Our world is louder than ever. News alerts, group chats, endless feeds. It's constant. And the more noise you let in, the harder it becomes to hear yourself think. That's why silence is so powerful. Silence gives you the space to reset, to process, to imagine. Have you ever noticed how some of your best ideas show up in the shower or on a quiet walk? That's not an accident. That's what happens when your brain finally has room to breathe. So every now and then, shut it all off. The phone, the TV, the noise. Give yourself permission to sit in quiet. You might be surprised by how much clarity you find there. Number 7. Avoid comparison. Comparison is probably the most common thief of happiness in our time. Everywhere you look, someone is richer, fitter, happier, or at least that's what it looks like online. And if you are not careful, you will measure your entire worth against someone else's carefully polished image. But here's the truth. You are not running their race. You're running yours. And comparing paths is like comparing apples to stars. It doesn't even make sense. The only comparison worth making is with the person you were yesterday. If you're a little stronger, a little wiser, a little kinder than you used to be, then you are winning. Number 8. Avoid gossip. Gossip feels harmless. It even feels fun in the moment, like a way to bond with people. But if you look deeper, gossip is just disguised cruelty. When you talk about others behind their backs, you are not just hurting them, you are chipping away at your own integrity. And think about it. If someone gossips with you, they probably gossip about you. Real respect is built when you refuse to participate, when you choose conversations that build instead of destroy. Surround yourself with people who talk about goals, growth, and ideas. That's how you elevate your environment and your life. Number 9. Waiting for the perfect moment. Another trap we fall into is waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time to start that business. The perfect time to change your life. The perfect time to take the leap. But here's the truth. The perfect time does not exist. There will always be reasons to wait. But while you're waiting, opportunities expire. Life doesn't pause just because you are scared. Progress does not come from perfect timing. It comes from messy action. Start now. Adjust as you go. That's how things actually happen. Number 10. Don't take yourself too seriously. One of the mistakes people make on the self-improvement journey is forgetting to actually live. Yes, discipline matters. Yes, structure matters. But so does laughter. So does fun. If you treat life like a constant battle, you burn out. Joy is not the enemy of growth. It's the fuel for it. So be serious about your goals, but light-hearted about yourself. Laugh, joke, enjoy the small things. Because the point of self-improvement is not just to get somewhere, it's to actually enjoy the ride along the way. Number 11. Let go of the past. And finally, the past. So many people are prisoners of what's already over. They replay old mistakes, old hurts, old memories, as if thinking about them enough will change them. But the past is gone. The only thing it's good for is the lessons it left behind. Once you've learned them, let it go. Because the only moment you can ever control is this one. Right here. Right now. That's where change happens. That's where freedom begins. These 11 things aren't easy to release. But when you do, life opens up in ways you can't imagine. You feel lighter, more focused, more alive. And is not that what we're all chasing? If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to this channel. This is where we work together to build not just a better life, but a better version of you. And trust me, the journey is worth it. Thanks for watching.